This evening I have a very unusual jodi with me. In the upcoming film, they are fighting for survival, but definitely not in Bollywood, especially the man to my right. It's Akshay Kumar and Nimrat Kaur.
Thank you.
Hi
Thank you,
Nimrat.
Vicky.
Hi.
Akshay. Welcome to Spot Boy.
Well,
Thank you,
very
Vicky.
I don't know whether you agree to what I said, that you are an unusual jodi, diametrically opposite. With the theatre background you come and his commercial point ballers. How did you get along on this film?
I think the answer would Nimrat would give about it much better, that because I would have had the experience and she is just joined. So how was your experience, Nimrat?
Working with Akshay,
Working with bringing this,
this pairing together.
yeah. Do you think it's a right pairing?
I think it's the best decision of 2015.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
But आप लोग दोनों मतलब अलग from different schools of acting.
Yeah.
So what was bonding? I mean, was it the North Indian factor which bonded you all? Was it the food? Was it what bonded you all?
Well, more than anything, all that naturally, of course, because we come from the same part of the country. But what I really liked being on a set with Akshay was that everything was so spontaneous and he was so open to just trying things. I love that he doesn't like to be prepared, and he would just tell me that just don't tell me what you're going to do. Just come on the set and do what you feel like doing, and we'll see where it goes. And I love that. I love that there is no heaviness about doing anything. In a really light and a very, like a very easy way, we would approach, or we would just play out the toughest of scenes. And I've seen him do that. Even in the scenes that I wasn't involved, I would go on the set and see how he's, going about his day. So I really like that he just puts himself in the situation, and it's a very good space to be in, when you're opposite someone who's just absolutely right there at that moment and can snap out of it and then have a chat or two with you about something else altogether. It keeps things alive. So I love that.
You use the word heaviness, Akshay. How heavy was the film? I mean, it's a very different film from what you indulge in mostly.
It's been a tough film. I wouldn't say it's an easy film to do, because it's something we have to recreate 1990s. You have to recreate what happened there. While recreating it, we had pictures also, which photographs of what actually had happened, which when you watch the film, you'll get to see it also. How it actually. So we have actually recreated the whole thing, the way it was, the way how my character was, how I should be doing, I should be playing. So it was a tough thing, and plus at the same time, last year it has been a heavy year for me, from Brothers to Baby and Gabbar. So because these films require a lot of inputs from yourself, you need to be very serious about the whole thing. Thank God I had a Houseful 3, which when I used to go, it was like a complete
Stress buster.
Yeah, I used to just sit down there, joke, and what we used to do, that film is like, jo joke hote the, we used to put it in the film. And that was another thing. So you require that kind of a thing also. So I'm actually looking forward for it when it's going to release in June now.
So tell us about the subject and how relevant it is in today's time.
Well, it's a real story. It's a fact what happened in 1990 on 2nd August. Saddam Hussein attacked Kuwait. Yes, a lot of people lost their lives. A lot of Kuwaitis lost their lives. A lot of Indians also lost their lives. The whole thing is that how 1,70,000 Indians who were staying there, how they escaped from there. Now they cannot escape like chup chupa ke to la nahi sakte unko, because it is impossible. So there was this business guy with the character which I am playing. How he was such a shrewd businessman, how he tackled the whole thing, how he succeeded to get all of them away from there and bring them back to India. And this is a real story. It is there in history, and I always compel that I hope this ye jo kahani hai, this comes in textbooks of children, so that they learn what India has done for them.
So Nimrat, you also had to indulge in a lot of action
I wish.
in the scenes.
No, I did not really, but it was really a really gritty situation. We were shooting in a situation which was really, really raw and very, very gritty many times. So by virtue of that, the atmosphere would become a little bit heavy and dense. It would become like that. But I personally didn't have to do any stunts, and I'm happy that I didn't have
No,
to.
but the film doesn't have stunts.
Yeah.
It's not a war movie.
It's not a war
Yeah,
movie.
It's not a war movie. It is about how this businessman with a shrewd sense makes all of them escape from there.
So
He takes a right decision and some wrong decisions also. Not all decision has to be right, but
Yeah.
he succeeds in it.
तो अक्षय आज भी बहुत सारे इंडियंस हैं जो बाहर के देशों में रहते हैं. What message does this drive home? And what do you feel personally? Are
I
they
feel, I must
safe?
say they-
Are they safe?
Yes, they are very much like उसके अंदर एक डायलॉग है फिल्म के अंदर कि जब भी किसी को चोट लगती है तो सबसे पहले माँ ही चिल्लाता है. यानी कि वो जहाँ भी होगा सबसे पहले वो हिंदुस्तान के बारे में ही बोलेगा. एंड ऑब्वियसली हिज मदर इज गोइंग टू कम फॉर हिज रेस्क्यू. लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स द केसेस आर देयर वेयर द इंडियन एम्बेसी हैज गॉन एंड हेल्प देम. इंडियन आर्मी हैज गॉन एंड हेल्प देम. So there are, like what happened in Yemen also, 650 people were saved, brought back to India. The message is very clear. Forget about what you think, but let me say that what India has done for you, you can never imagine. So that is very much clear. And not only that, in history also we can see it. There are lot of cases like जो चेन्नई में हुआ था.
जी.
अभी जो बाढ़ आई थी, बाढ़ इन द सेंस जो रेन का हुआ था, पूरी की पूरी आर्मी घुस गई थी. दे सेव सो मेनी पीपल देयर एंड लाइक दैट लॉट ऑफ
नहीं,
थिंग्स.
मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि लोग यूएस में पढ़ने जाते हैं, यहाँ जाते हैं, वो कितना सेफ हैं?
वो सेफ है, बिल्कुल सेफ है. बिल्कुल कभी कोई प्रॉब्लम होती है तो आई हैव सीन देम. भले थोड़ा वक्त लग जाता है लेकिन देर आए दुरुस्त आए हो ज़रूर जाता है.
Have you experienced any kind of discrimination, racism when you've gone there and stayed for longer periods personally?
Well, I have not. What about you?
There are sometimes you notice that there is a difference in behavior, but it's very rare, and they're few and far between those incidents.
Or maybe we have not noticed it. It doesn't come straight on the face.
Yeah, it's probably because people also talk about that around you. Then you end up maybe noticing something that may or may not have been intended that way. So it's a question of perceiving something at that time. I can't be completely sure of it, but sometimes I think that it does happen. At least my family lives abroad, and they do tell us incidents sometimes, and they feel and notice things sometimes. But I think the world is generally becoming a much more it's becoming bigger than what these issues are right now.
Nimrat,
There are bigger problems to deal with rather.
We see you in very few films, Nimrat. What is it by choice?
I don't know.
Or
I
is
think it's part chance, part choice. I don't think it's entirely intended. Ideally, I would have liked to have a release between now and the Lunchbox, between that and this. But I was away for half a year for Homeland, and then just work-wise, dates-wise, things panned out in a way that I could not take up another film in the middle. So one or two films I really wanted to do, but they never took off at that time. So I think whatever happens is eventually for the better. So yeah, not intended, but yeah.
We are coming back to Airlift. Akshay, you mentioned during the time of Baby that you wanted the Prime Minister to see the movie. What about this movie?
I would love it. I would love people who matter for the country to come and watch the film. I would actually want the whole world, the whole of India to see it, because it's a film which talks about how good and how big is India, how incredible is India. Let's put it like that.
How close is the film to your heart?
It's produced by me. It's very close to me.
Is it more than when you do your lighter stuff?
Obviously, yes. This kind of film is very close to me. Like Baby was also mine. This is also there, and I've done Gabbar also. So these films are very close to me.
You do so many films. I think 4 or 5 films in a year.
Four films.
Yeah. So you have your fair share of ups and downs. I mean, the last 2 films, I think, Sing is Bling. Were you happy with Brothers? Were you very happy?
No, I was not happy with Brothers, how it fared. I was expecting a much more response to it. Because let me honestly, I was just telling her yesterday only I told you about it, that I put a lot in Brothers. Lot means I have never put so much in a film. I brought mixed martial art in front of people. But at least I'm glad I tried something new. I brought mixed martial art. I brought something with a sport which is not there. And martial art never comes in front in India. It is never given importance. And I'll keep on trying that to make sure one day self-defense or martial art becomes a compulsory subject in every school.
Sing is Bling?
Sing is Bling is okay, I must say. That was That's an okay film. Yeah.
So what's next after Houseful?
After Houseful, I think I'll be having a film called Rustam.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you, Vicky.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks a
Akshay.
lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ramya. Thank you.
Thank you.